Why couldn't we pressurize the IMF as we say that we are the emerging Vishwaguru? I have said this so long, my dear friends. Please, we need to shut up about this Vishwaguru nonsense. We are right now a Vishwa student. Vishwaguru we can be if we have the world's best universities and hundreds of them. And we have the world's best teachers, and we are the intellectual powerhouse of the world. That's when we are Vishwaguru. Right now, we are not Vishwaguru, we are Vishwa student, and not even a good student at that. So, enough of this nonsense about Vishwaguru, Vishwaguru, Vishwaguru. We are nowhere near being a Vishwaguru, and we are nowhere near being a superpower. We have the potential to be all these things. We are already emerging as a great power, but we are nowhere near a Vishwaguru. Our education system is rotten as hell. That's a polite word to say. You're rotten as hell. Our education system is one of the worst education systems in the world. No matter what the government says, new education policy. Okay. So we are not Vishwaguru. Nowhere close to being Vishwaguru. And if you are Vishwaguru, what does it have to do with pressurizing the IMF? Now, what Tina is asking is actually a good question. So let me now put aside this word Vishwaguru, riles me up. That's why I went in that direction. Now let's answer the actual question. Why couldn't we pressurize the IMF? Ask yourself this question. Who actually owns the IMF? Which are the nations that contribute the most to the IMF and control the IMF? It's essentially the G7 nations. The G7 nations are the US and a bunch of vassals. Do you want me to list out the G7? Let's do that exercise, right? Let's do that exercise. G7 nations list. Oopsie daisy. Here we are. Group of 7. Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, UK, and US. It's the US and a bunch of vassals. France is a quasi-independent nation, quasi-sovereign nation, the most sovereign nation in the EU and the NATO combination, but they are still not entirely sovereign. So it's the US and a bunch of vassals. Now, what is the IMF, right? IMF. What is the IMF? International Monetary Fund. It is based out. It's a major financial agency of the UN, and its headquarters in Washington D.C. That tells you everything you need to know. It's all controlled by the West, essentially by the US, right? So the US wanted to bail Pakistan out. They always will keep bailing Pakistan out. Are we in a position to see pressurizing the IMF means pressurizing the US? That's what it means. Are we in a position to pressurize the US? Do we have any leverage over the US? What does a nation like India use as leverage against the world's most powerful nation? Nothing, essentially. So we can't pressurize the IMF. Please understand that. That's how the world really works. These slogans of Vishwaguru superpower, please ignore these slogans. We are nowhere close to being any of these things. All right.